The sun is just starting to rise over the Colorado River, and Austin feels different this morning. Not louder, not busier, just charged. If you drive east from downtown, past the murals and low-slung warehouses, you eventually reach a stretch of road that didn't exist a decade ago in the way it does now. Wide lanes, fresh pavement, sparse traffic at this hour, and then suddenly the horizon changes. Giga Texas. A structure so massive it feels less like a factory and more like a geographic feature, something that was always supposed to be here, waiting to be discovered. Steel, glass, concrete, and intention. This is where Tesla doesn't just build vehicles. This is where Tesla tests the future. And today, that future is quietly rolling out onto public roads. No stage, no countdown clock, no dramatic unveiling music, just cars. But if you know what you're looking at, you understand this moment as anything but ordinary. Something new is driving in Austin. At first glance, it looks like a normal Tesla profile. Smooth lines, clean paint catching the Texas sun. No wild camouflage, no concept car theatrics. It blends in almost too well until it doesn't, because the way it moves is different. It approaches an intersection near the Giga Texas perimeter road. No hesitation, no abrupt braking. It signals smoothly, times the gap in traffic with unnerving precision, and merges like a driver who knows the road better than most locals. There's no driver behind the wheel, no hands, no eyes. No human microinstructions, just motion guided by software that has been learning, adapting, and improving for years now, stepping into a new phase. This isn't a closed test track, this isn't a private facility loop, this is Austin, and Tesla is testing here because Austin is hard. Why Austin matters. Austin isn't Silicon Valley traffic, it isn't Phoenix grid simplicity, it isn't the frozen predictability of controlled environments. Austin is chaos in polite clothing. Construction zones that shift weekly, cyclists who appear without warning, unprotected left turns, confusing frontage roads, drivers who hesitate, then suddenly don't. If autonomous driving can handle Austin, it can handle almost anywhere, and Tesla knows this. That's why Giga Texas isn't just a manufacturing hub, it's a live laboratory. Vehicles built inside the factory don't just roll off assembly lines, they roll into reality. Every mile driven here feeds data back into Tesla's neural networks. Every interaction becomes training, every edge case becomes a lesson. And today, something new is being tested. Not just full self-driving as we know it, something closer to autonomy without supervision. The subtle difference that changes everything: the vehicle doesn't drive aggressively. It doesn't drive timidly. It drives decisively. This is one of the biggest clues that Tesla is testing a new operational mode. The behavior feels less like a driver assistance system waiting for human approval and more like a system that expects to complete the trip. It waits at a four-way stop while another car hesitates. Then, when the moment is right, it goes not impulsively, but confidently. This is not level 2 behavior pretending to be more. This feels like Tesla testing the psychological shift from helping the driver to being the driver. And that distinction matters, because Robotaxi isn't about features, it's about responsibility. Elon Musk's Robotaxi vision grounded this time. Elon Musk has talked about Robotaxis for years. Critics say he talks too much. Supporters say he thinks too far ahead. But what's different now is the tone. There's no promise of next year for sure. No grand declarations of instant global rollout. No sweeping claims that human driving will be obsolete overnight. Instead, Tesla's approach in Austin feels methodical, quiet, almost cautious. And that's why it's impressive. Because Robotaxi doesn't succeed by being flashy. It succeeds by being boringly reliable. A Robotaxi that works 99% of the time fails. A Robotaxi that works 99.9999% of the time changes cities. Tesla appears to understand that now more than ever. Inside Giga Texas, more than a factory. Giga Texas isn't just where cars are built, it's where software, hardware, and manufacturing converge in real time. Vehicles tested on Austin roads can return to the factory, upload data, receive software updates, and be back out again in days, sometimes hours. This feedback loop is unprecedented. Traditional automakers separate R&D, manufacturing, and real-world testing. Tesla collapses those walls, and Robotaxi development thrives in that environment. Because autonomy isn't just about sensors or algorithms, it's about iteration speed. Tesla isn't trying to solve autonomy in theory, they're solving it in traffic. What makes these tests different? Observers have noticed several subtle but important differences in these Austin test vehicles. No visible safety drivers in some runs, new sensor calibration behaviors, more assertive lane positioning, improved handling of unprotected turns, smoother interaction with pedestrians. These aren't cosmetic improvements, they're foundational. They suggest Tesla is testing confidence models, not just perception. That's a major leap, because driving isn't about seeing, it's about deciding, and decisions require accountability. Robotaxi isn't a Carrozza system. The biggest misconception about Robotaxi is that it's just a Tesla without a steering wheel. It's not. Robotaxi is an ecosystem. Dispatch algorithms, fleet optimization, remote supervision, real-time diagnostics, legal and regulatory frameworks, urban integration. Austin is the perfect place to test this system quietly. Texas has flexible regulatory pathways. Austin has tech-savvy infrastructure. and Giga Texas provides immediate logistical support. Tesla doesn't need permission from every city at once. They need one city to work. Why Tesla's approach feels different from others. Other autonomous companies rely heavily on geofencing, HD maps, LiDAR-heavy stacks, and slow expansion. Tesla's philosophy is the opposite. No LiDAR, vision first, neural networks trained on real human driving, scalability over perfection.